Oh yeah. Niggas thought it was Scorpio season skill. You thought it was my birthday no more? That was ah! God damn! Ah!
Y'all see how far I am standing away from it, and I can feel the heat. That is crazy. But these apartments, they on fire, and they on fire right in the middle of it.
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy Rashad with the Black Anomaly Rising channel. Man, this story freaking sucks. This is terrible. Up in ATL, where I'm from, they had this humongous fire. These two freaking idiots was doing fireworks, and they set off a fire at an apartment complex. Now, technically, even though I'm calling them out on this, I feel like almost anybody this could happen to if you do fireworks wrong. So now they did it like on the rooftop of the building. I never did nothing like that. So, you know, maybe they was extra wrong and reckless in what they was doing. So apparently they were celebrating this chick's birthday. She was turning 35, and they decided to blow some fireworks. Kind of a weird time and occasion to blow fireworks. I've never celebrated my birthday like that, but that's how she wanted to celebrate it. Unfortunately, it cost her and a lot of people big time. Let's go ahead and react to this video and see what was going on here.
Developing tonight, 2 people in jail and dozens of their neighbors looking for a new place to call home following a massive apartment fire happening in northeast Atlanta last night.
And the fire ignited at the reserve at LaVista Walk, and it burned for hours overnight. You can just see the extensive damage here. Our Atlanta News First reporter, Asia Wilson, is live now at LaVista Road. And Asia, what are these displaced residents telling you tonight?
Well, right now the city has them at a different location right now. But speaking of that investigation, we do know that police are telling us that they believe that the fire may have started due to fireworks being ignited from the roof of this building. You can see nearly 24 hours later, crews are still investigating that right now. You can see firefighters still working to put out hot spots. 2 people now facing charges, as so many wondering what's next for this site.
Saying they're still putting that
from
out.
the ground in the sky. Total devastation. Now the view at the reserve.
Hold on a damn minute. Look at the devastation here. That is insane. That whole top of the damn building is completely destroyed. And like, I don't know if they still got people like trying to live here, but there's no way, because on top of the fire hazard being an issue, you also got, like with fire, you have the heat. So you have heat damage from the fire. So even if the fire wasn't physically in that particular place, the extra heat could damage things in all kinds of inadvertent ways. In addition, since it looks like they had to use so much freaking water, the water is going to be water damage on literally every single floor. If you ask me, this is a total loss. They're going to have to tear the whole place down, in my opinion.
Reserve at LaVista Walk Apartments after a fire erupted there on Friday night. Its residents now without a place to call home.
All the residents have been displaced from this location. What we have done is, through the City of Atlanta Emergency Management Office, has established a rec center to open up as a shelter for those residents.
Many of them standing outside in the rain and cold for hours. More than 80 firefighters worked to put out the flames. Fire officials say 1 cat died and 17 people were treated for smoke inhalation and various minor but non-life-threatening injuries.
Wait a minute, so they said 1 cat died. Does that mean everybody got their pets out? Because I know that's the thing a lot of people don't think about if you never had a situation like this happen. Is a lot of times people just kind of rush out of the house. They think it's going to be something minor, and then the firefighters and police won't let them back in case they're like, oh, this is actually kind of serious, and they trying to go back in and get their pets and take their pet with them, and they can't, so their pet just dies in the fire. So I'm actually a little surprised if they're saying when. I feel like that's only confirmed because, in my opinion, I kind of doubt that all of these people went and got all of their pets. I kind of doubt that, but maybe they just don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
Atlanta police say their preliminary investigation reveals the fire may have started due to fireworks igniting from the roof of the building. They arrested Robert Stokes and Charnelle Gunn, charging them with criminal damage to property in the first degree and reckless conduct.
That's a shame. And that's the thing. I can already confirm that it's the fireworks. This story is like at least a day old, so they already confirmed for sure it was definitely the fireworks.
Around 5:45 on Saturday night, Atlanta News First spoke to Battalion Chief Sean Manns off camera. He said the city's fire inspectors were looking at the building, adding that the sprinkler system was working at the time, but with the fire being above on the roof, the sprinkler system, quote, didn't do any good. He says now inspectors are working to get in contact with the owner of the building so that person can make arrangements to bring a demolition crew because the building has to be torn down.
Wow.
Now, the investigation continues.
The arson team's going to come in and do their investigation and come up with a final determination.
Insane.
Now tonight, the city and the Red Cross are helping those displaced. Tonight, Battalion Chief Mann says Cheshire Bridge Road is now open. You can see crews or cars going in both directions, but LaVista Road right here still remains closed until further notice. We're live tonight in Northeast Atlanta tonight.
That is so freaking ridiculous. So you got all of these people that's literally homeless because of this. Like, I can't even imagine, like what do you do in a situation like, I guess you got to go to like a relative, a hotel or something. Like, that is insane, all because somebody wanted to celebrate using some freaking fireworks and was presumably being reckless. Like, fireworks don't just boom, just explode and just start fires. So I'm confused about exactly how this happened, but obviously, I guess if you notice, some of the fireworks was kind of like blowing like little sparks to the ground. So I have seen fires start like that, and they can spread very fast. So for anybody who has not had this experience, don't think that it can't happen to you, because fires can spread so freaking fast. It literally takes minutes, and a fire can spread like crazy. That's why they got so many wildfires. That's why buildings burn down all the time. Like, this isn't like a super rare occurrence. Like, stuff like this can happen easily. If you leave something on the freaking stove, it could happen. And sprinkler systems, even if the fire would have been inside, sprinkler systems are only so good because there's a finite amount of water that can come out at once. And it is a lot. Like, I've seen sprinklers activate. It is a lot, but it depends on how crazy the fire gets and how fast it's getting. Because I tell you right now, like, fires are pretty damn powerful. They spread quickly depending on how the house was built, how the fire starts. There's all kinds of factors that determine how a fire can spread. So, you know, a lot of people are saying that, oh, the sprinkler system must have failed and all of this stuff. And I'm like, nah, I don't buy that for a second, because they be checking the hell out of these sprinkler systems to make sure that they're going to work. And I'm sure that they kicked in. It just probably wasn't enough. They might have hit like a gas line or something, and it might have caused the fire to spread even more. Or it could have spread so much on the roof originally that by the time it actually got to the inside of the buildings, it was too late. Like, there's not really, the sprinkler system usually is sitting on the roof, right, so that it could help save people's lives inside of the actual apartments, not being a sprinkler system on the roof that's going to spray down from the roof if you happen to create a fire up there. It's just not how it works. Outsides of buildings are normally not protected by sprinkler systems. So it makes sense, and it's just unfortunate that now you got two people in jail. I don't know how that's going to work, if they're going to get charged for just being reckless, if they're going to get charged for the actual property damage, who's going to be responsible for all the damage to all the property for the actual individuals, because there's the apartment complex and there's the individuals who have lost property, and people, apparently at least one person has lost a pet. So it's a lot of stuff, and who knows how many other things down the line that I'm not even considering in this video. But I'm glad at least it doesn't sound like any humans died. So at least there was no loss of life here. For those who don't know, I'm going to quickly mention before I close out, I had a pipe burst last year. Yeah, it was in 2022. It was actually like right before Christmas. It was on Christmas Eve because it was so cold in Atlanta. And a pipe burst at my apartment complex. Everything was flooded. I did lose some property. I didn't lose a lot, but I did lose a little bit of stuff because the pipe bursted, and I managed to save some things like my computer. Literally, the computer I'm recording on right now. I literally got that out of the way to try to intentionally save that. But it was a rough time. It was literally Christmas Eve, and I had to just figure it out. And I had to stay at a hotel for a pretty long time. And it was very uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I was not happy. So I really feel for these people. That's one of the reasons I normally probably wouldn't even make a story like this. But I wanted to make this story because I kind of feel for it, having been in this similar type of situation, except it wasn't a fire. It was just water. But it was a hell of a lot of water. So it was a bad situation. And I did eventually have to move. So anyways, I'll be praying for them. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm Rashad Black and I'm Lee Rising.